Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and today's episode is going to help you speak English more easily and more fluently. If you've ever felt shy or stuck when trying to speak English, today's topic is exactly for you.
That's right, Sarah. Hey everyone, I'm Bill, and in this episode, we're going to talk all about English conversation practice, how you can practice every day in simple ways, and start speaking naturally, just like native speakers.
Exactly. You don't need complicated grammar or big vocabulary to be fluent. What you really need is confidence daily speaking and simple, natural conversation practice.
Yes, we'll share easy tips, real-life conversation examples, and a small fluency challenge at the end, so make sure you listen all the way through.
By the end of this episode, you'll learn how to practice speaking English every day, use easy words to make sentences, sound natural and confident in real conversations.
So grab your coffee, relax, and let's start learning how to make English conversation practice fun, simple, and powerful.
Let's dive right in. So, Bill, before we jump into the main part, let's talk a little bit about our own experience. How do you usually practice your English speaking?
Good question, Sarah. Well, even though English is my first language, when I was learning another language, I realized something: you have to speak every single day, even if you just talk to yourself.
That's so true. When I was improving my English, I used to describe everything I was doing like, I'm making breakfast, or I'm going to the market. It sounds simple, but it really helps your brain start thinking in English.
Exactly. And you know, many learners wait until they feel ready or perfect, but that day never comes. The key is to start speaking now with mistakes, with pauses. Just start.
I love that. Speaking is not about perfection, it's about progress. Every time you speak, you get a little better. Listeners, don't be afraid of mistakes, they're proof that you're learning.
Right. I always tell my students, if you never make mistakes, you're not learning. So it's better to make 100 mistakes and improve than to stay silent and learn nothing.
Well said, Bill. So today, let's make English conversation practice fun, comfortable, and easy. No stress, just learning through natural speaking.
Absolutely. Let's help our listeners build confidence and enjoy the process of speaking English.
Now, let's talk about why conversation practice is so important for becoming fluent in English. Bill, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when we say conversation practice?
Good question, Sarah. For me, conversation practice is the heart of language learning. You can read grammar books or memorize vocabulary, but if you don't use the language in real conversations, your brain won't remember it naturally.
Exactly. Speaking is the way your brain connects words, grammar, and ideas together. When you practice speaking, you train your brain to think in English, not just translate from your native language.
That's right. I always tell learners, fluency is a muscle. The more you speak, the stronger that muscle becomes. If you don't use it, it gets weaker, just like any other skill.
I love that idea. Fluency is a muscle, and conversation practice helps you in many ways. 1. It builds your confidence. 2. It helps you remember vocabulary faster. 3. It teaches you how real people speak, not just what's in textbooks. 4. And it improves your listening skills too.
Yes, and one big mistake many learners make is focusing too much on grammar and perfection. They want every sentence to be perfect before they speak. But, Sarah, in real life, native speakers make small mistakes all the time.
Absolutely. I always say, people don't remember your mistakes, they remember your confidence. So when you speak, Focus on communication, not perfection.
And conversation practice gives you that real experience. It makes English feel natural, not like a school subject. You start to enjoy the process, and that's when learning becomes fun.
Well said, Bill. So, if our listeners want to speak English fluently, they should make conversation practice a daily habit even for just 10 minutes a day.
Exactly. A few minutes of speaking every day is more powerful than studying grammar for hours without speaking at all.
Perfect point. So now that we understand why conversation practice is so powerful, let's move on to some easy topics that anyone can use to start speaking English right away. All right, so now that we know how important conversation practice is, let's talk about something really helpful. Easy conversation topics you can use to practice every single day.
Yes, because sometimes learners say, I want to practice English, but I don't know what to talk about. So today, Sarah and I will give you some simple and natural topics that are perfect for daily speaking.
Exactly. You don't need complicated ideas. You just need to talk about your daily life. Let's start with an easy one, talking about your morning routine.
That's a great one. You can say things like, I wake up at 7, I brush my teeth, I make coffee, I go to work. These are simple sentences, but they help you think and speak in English naturally.
Yes, and the best part is you already know this information because it's about your life. You just have to express it in English. Another great topic is ordering food. You can practice sentences like, "Can I have a coffee, please?" or "I'd like a chicken sandwich." It's short, simple, and super useful.
Oh, I love that. Food conversations are everywhere at restaurants, cafes, or even at home. And it's fun to practice because you can imagine real-life situations.
Absolutely. The third easy topic is talking about your job or studies. For example, I'm a student, I work in an office, or I study English online. Then you can add a few more details, like, I like my job because it's creative.
And for something fun, you can also talk about your weekend plans. You can say things like, I'm going to visit my friends, I'll watch a movie, or I just want to relax. These topics are great for conversation because they're part of everyday life.
Yes, simple topics, real life, and lots of speaking. You can even choose one topic every day and talk about it for 5 minutes. That's how you build your fluency naturally.
And if you don't have a speaking partner, no problem. You can talk to yourself, record your voice, or even speak with an AI chatbot. The goal is just to speak.
Exactly. So let's take one of these simple topics and show our listeners how a real conversation sounds with easy English, natural expressions, and everyday vocabulary.
Perfect. Let's do that. Coming up next, a real-life English conversation you can listen to, repeat, and practice with us.
Okay, listeners, it's time for some real conversation practice. Let's imagine a simple daily situation at a coffee shop. Bill and I will show you how to have a short, natural English conversation. Ready, Bill?
I'm ready, Sarah. Let's go for a coffee.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm great, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. What would you like to drink?
I think I'll have a cappuccino. What about you?
I'll take an iced latte. It's a bit hot today.
Yeah, it is. Do you come to this coffee shop often?
Yes, I come here almost every morning. I love the quiet atmosphere.
That's nice. I usually make my coffee at home, but sometimes it's nice to go out.
Exactly. Sometimes a change of place helps you relax and think better.
True. So, what are your plans for today?
After coffee, I'm going to record another English lesson for our listeners. What about you?
I'll probably go for a walk and then work on some new podcast ideas.
Sounds great. All right, let's enjoy our coffee and get some inspiration.
Yes, and maybe another cup later.
Ha ha ha, sure, why not? That was a short and simple conversation, but it's full of useful expressions you can use every day, like, how are you today? What would you like to drink? And what are your plans for today?
Yes, and notice how we used short, natural sentences. That's the key to fluency speak in small, clear phrases instead of long, difficult ones.
Exactly. Also, pay attention to the tone friendly and relaxed. When you practice, try to copy the rhythm and emotion, not just the words.
That's called shadowing, repeating what you hear with the same tone and speed. It's one of the best ways to sound fluent, like a native speaker.
Right. So, listeners, try repeating this conversation with us later. You can even change a few sentences and make it your own, like at a restaurant, at a park, or with a friend.
The more you practice these small talks, the more comfortable you'll become in real situations.
Exactly. Simple daily conversations are the building blocks of English fluency. All right, now that we've practiced a real conversation, let's talk about something very important: how to actually become fluent step by step.
Yes, many learners ask, how can I speak English fluently? And the truth is, fluency doesn't come overnight. It comes from small, consistent steps every day. So, let's share a few simple steps that really work.
Perfect. Step number 1. Speak every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. You can talk to yourself, record your voice, or speak with a partner, but you have to speak. Consistency is more important than perfection.
Exactly. Step number 2. Listen and repeat. When you listen to English podcasts, movies, or YouTube videos, repeat what you hear. Try to copy the speaker's tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. This is called shadowing, and it helps your mouth get used to English sounds.
Step number 3. Learn phrases, not just words. Instead of memorizing single words, learn how they are used in real sentences like, I'm looking forward to it, or, that sounds great. This makes your speaking faster and more natural.
Yes, and here's step number 4. Think in English. Try to describe your day, your plans, or your thoughts in English. Don't translate from your native language. Just say what you can in English, even if it's simple.
That's so true. And finally, step number 5. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Fluent speakers are not people who never make mistakes. They're people who keep speaking, even when they do.
Exactly, Sarah. The more you speak, the more confident you become. And confidence is what makes your English sound natural and fluent.
So, remember these 5 steps. 1. Speak every day. 2. Listen and repeat. 3. Learn phrases. 4. Think in English. 5. Don't fear mistakes. If you follow these steps daily, your fluency will grow faster than you expect. So, remember these 5 steps. 1. Speak every day. 2. Listen and repeat. 3. Learn phrases. 4. Think in English. 5. Don't fear mistakes. If you follow these steps daily, your fluency will grow faster than you expect.
Absolutely. And the best part is you can start right now, today. Just pick a simple topic and start speaking.
That's the spirit. Coming up next, we'll give you a mini fluency challenge to help you practice these steps in real life. All right, everyone, it's time for our mini fluency challenge. This is your chance to practice everything we've talked about today: easy, fun, and effective.
Yes. So, here's your challenge. Today, we want you to speak in English for 1 full minute without stopping, without translating, and without worrying about grammar.
Exactly. You can choose any simple topic, for example, your morning routine. what you did yesterday, or what you plan to do this weekend. Just speak naturally and keep going. Don't pause too much. The goal is to keep your thoughts flowing in English.
And here's a little tip if you get stuck. Use simple fillers like asterisk, let me think, or, just like native speakers do. It keeps your conversation smooth and natural.
That's a great idea. And if you're alone, no problem, you can talk to yourself, record your voice, and then listen to how you sound. You'll be surprised at how much you improve when you practice like this every day.
Right. 1 minute may sound short, but it's powerful. Do it every day for 1 week, and you'll already start feeling more confident when you speak.
So, listeners, are you ready? After this episode, take 1 minute, choose your topic, and speak out loud. Don't worry about mistakes, just speak.
And if you want, you can even write your topic in the comments and tell us how your 1 minute challenge went. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, we'd love that. Remember, speaking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So, keep practicing and keep speaking. All right, everyone. Before we finish today's episode, let's quickly recap what we learned. Today we talked about how conversation practice helps you become fluent in English. You learned why daily speaking is the key to fluency, easy topics to practice with, like your morning routine or weekend plans, a real-life dialogue you can repeat and shadow, and our step-by-step tips for speaking confidently every day.
That's right. And don't forget, today's 1 minute speaking challenge. It's a small step that makes a big difference. Speak a little every day, and you'll be amazed at your progress.
Exactly. Remember, fluency doesn't come from fear or perfection, it comes from practice and confidence. Keep speaking, keep learning, and enjoy the journey.
Thank you for listening to the English Learning Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more English speaking practice every week.
And always remember, fluency starts the moment you start speaking. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Bill.
See you in the next episode.